What up? It's Blue 51 here with me again at the Barbershop Podcast. Today's podcast topic is 5 best ways to deal with stress, right? Well, not 5 best ways, but the best ways to deal with stress. I'm hoping to get 5, but we never know with these guys, you know what I mean? So first we're going to start off with Cat. See what Cat thinks, right? So first
All right, hold up.
Yeah.
Just wipe the camera real quick. We'll do it. Nobody in here. Just wipe it. It's looking
Which one? This
clear.
one?
I don't know. The one with the cameras. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. It's looking clear. All right, take 2. Yeah, clear. Yeah.
Excuse me. What's up, man? It's your boy Blue 51 here at the Barbershop Podcast on Friday. Today's topic is best way to deal with stress, right? So I'm hoping to get at least 5 because a lot of barbers in today. But if you don't get them, that's fine. I just want to talk about stress because in general, I mean, I don't typically get stressed out, but I've had moments, and the barbershop's been a really cool place for me to like stay in touch with myself and kind of work up on and keeping myself centered, you know what I mean? And not losing myself in the stress. It depends on what kind of stress we're talking about. We're gonna have a good conversation with the barbers and just pick their brains about ways to stay focused, keep yourself, and get through your hard times, all right? Start with that. You got a mic there, Brody. You know what I mean? Go ahead and first say what up, man. What up, bro? tell them where you from. Where did you play? What year?
Oh, yeah. I played Hamlet.
Kev played Hamlet, that's a good thing. All right, so Kev, we want to talk about our first thing is, first off, do you get stressed? When you say that you get stressed, do things bother you? Do you get stressed at all?
Yeah.
And how do you deal with that? What's the typical, not how you deal with that, you say like just interview or you're stressing, but more so, what advice did you get from you understand the words, how you deal with it? How do you get through your stressful days?
Relaxation.
So when you're stressed, you take a bubble bath.
Yeah.
You gotta hold the microphone
Yeah,
towards you.
bubble bath.
So they can hear. He holding the mic like it's a damn set of
Relaxation
keys.
could be you take a vacation, you just go lay out on the beach.
How often are you stressed? Because I don't know if I could just go to the beach. Just go
Well,
to
you
the
know
beach.
what else I do? Like if I get stressed around here, I walk around because I live on a marina, so I walk around the lake. That's a stress relief. The water.
Yeah, keep the microphone closer to yourself
Oh.
because you remember, I'm not holding the mic, you know.
Oh,
more, So
okay.
you responsible for your audio. So if you sound like you whispering to the internet, they going.
Oh, okay. Well, so
Yeah.
I should get extra pay then since I'm a part of the film.
You know, and you're gonna get an extra piece of that zero. That
Yeah.
yeah. You know, I'm gonna make sure your zero gonna be better than everybody else's zero. It's gonna be the better zero. It's gonna have double,
Yeah.
like double dragons. Yeah. So you say you take a wait. So the water is it the water that's
Water,
coming?
it's the water for me. Yeah.
And what part of that is like? So is the water is common to you? I guess like not even what part of that. Like right now, something that irritates me when I do this show is that sometimes I'll do the show when you have like retarded barbers and they'll play music or TV shows mad loud in the background. And that
Phil.
that blows my mind. So like, and I get distracted easily, right? So like,
By Phil, who said it?
nah, bro, Will's not the only dumb one. I want you got a couple of stupids. But I was gonna say like when you get irritated with the staff, right? As a manager, how do you deal with that?
Huh?
Like when you irritated with the staff.
Hold on.
Well, what's that, Lil William?
Hello?
It's too late. Everybody's seen you. They peeped you.
Hello?
Lil William.
Go home.
This nigga gave me my microphone back. He taking phone calls amid on my pod interview.
Hey, it might be money.
It might be money. You on the pod right now,
Huh?
all right?
Oh, you right. My
You
bad.
on the pod right now.
Chat. What y'all think, chat? Should I answer my phone?
Nah.
Then
answer
I'd
your
have been
phone.
stressed out because I'd have missed some money.
Yeah, dude, you can take a walk around
Then
the marina.
there ain't no water out
You know
here.
what? That's an excuse to hit the beach one time. You know what
I'm
I
gonna
mean?
walk around
Mr.
that
Beach-
puddle.
Mr. B. Calm myself down. Yo, pour a cup of water on the ground. You feel me? That's actually
Yeah.
great.
There's
You
a
get
puddle right
mad.
there.
I would do that.
Uh-huh.
If I got stressed out and water calmed me, I would just pour some water on the floor, walk around the water. You know, that shit would, I'd die laughing. That'd be the
Die
funniest
laughing.
show. I would have the best day of my
That
life.
would relieve a little stress.
I like that. So, what do you think? Why do you think things stress you? Like when you get upset about something, when something bothers you, what exactly? Like for me, right? A lot of the time, when something bothers me or stresses me out, it's because it deals with a core value, like something I have instilled in me as this makes me either who I am or like I've defined myself with this particular attribute, and when that becomes in like if something contrasts that, like for example, like my parenting, I love being a dad. Like my biggest flex is being my daughter's father. When I hear things, or when people say things or tell me things that are contradict my parenting or my goals with parenting, that shit irritate me. Like I don't like people telling me. You can talk to me about it, you know that. But like, don't be out here trying to talk like I'm a bad parent, like I don't take care of my kid. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that shit would fire me up all
Was
the time.
irritating you the same thing as stress? I think irritating might be something that's a little bit quicker than stress. I think stress mounts up on you. It's a
How so?
combination of, huh?
How so?
It's a combination of things. Where if you just out and somebody say something about parenting, that just irks you, right?
Yeah, it's
That
about
wouldn't be a stressor.
nah. It'd be more so if I was at like I don't know. I think parenting in general is stressful, so that's why I threw that in there.
Oh,
Just
okay. Oh, you
co-parenting
talking about
in
the
general is-
parenting part?
Co-parenting in general is stressful, but you're right. Like outside, something like a stress would have to be consistent. It has to wear on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It can't be something like an instant situation. I can be stressed in a situation actually.
Yeah, you can
the
be
stress
stressed
to
in a
make a decision.
situation. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if something's happening, I gotta make an action. I gotta take action. I could be stressed about when I'm gonna take action. Like that could be problematic. I think having to choose. But even with then, I guess the what do they say? Take a step back, take a few seconds. Like one of the things they like to say, like take your time. You got as much time as you give yourself, so you ain't gotta be like, hurry up, let me do it. Hurry up, make a decision. You can actually give yourself more time for it. That's a good idea. That's a cool idea. So are you a quick decision maker? Or do you take time? It took you a
It
little bit.
depends.
Depends on what.
The situation.
Yo, I gotta know. What's the situation that stressed you?
I know. It just depends on the situation.
Nah, what's the situation that
I don't know,
stressed
I
you?
don't
I gotta know. You don't seem like a dude. Like you be like honestly, you be chilling so much. I wanna know. I ain't never really seen you hot. I know what? I'm lying.
What?
I answer you. I answer you, man. But that's because of personality. I think the type of people bother you.
Yeah, there you go.
It be the type of people. Don't even be the situations. Because you can be in the same situation with somebody else, be cool. But certain people in certain situations, like I just don't like this one. Because you petty. That's why I fuck with you, because you petty. Give me my damn microphone back. Get out of here.
I need one.
Nah, man, I ain't get no microphone for you. So I
need my own mic.
honestly, Kev too chill of a person, man. I don't even think Kev been stressed more than 2 times in the last 10 years. So we're not really taking his stress advice to heart. I do think that water can be calming, because you know what I'm saying? Like in general, I think people that watch water, like walk around beaches and stuff, just have a more gentle temperament. But when you're an angry person, like myself and Scrapes, I feel like it's a different type of calming. So with no further ado, we gonna go right to the stress ball himself, right? We're not gonna play around with it, right? We're not gonna be new to it. We're gonna be true to it. We're gonna write to Captain Scrapes. We're gonna hear it. We're gonna hear what he got to do, what he's think, because he might be stressed right now for all we know. We don't even know. Huh? Why bypass you? Yeah. Nah, I ain't get to you yet. Oh, I know I can ask you. Like, look, man, I be real for temper. Oh, nah, it's too late now. Now you on the pod. What's up? I'm Blue. Welcome to the podcast. So today's question today is best ways to deal with stress. Nah, it's too late. You got walk. All right, brother. All right, brother.
I'll let you know. Mind if I just say hello to her?
Yeah, of course, man. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we kissing my lady. What I tell you about that with my lady, man? You know what I'm saying? Stay off my lady, Mr. Lindsay. A little too drippy to be kissing him.
Any more good ones, I'll let
Anyway, so what I was gonna say was, man, today's topic is best ways to deal with stress. So the question was, A, do you find yourself in stressful situations, and when you do, how do you deal with those situations?
Well, number one, we as humans weren't designed to handle stress.
So what do you think happens when you're stressed? We're not designed for it. It mess you up.
Well, I heard you earlier talking about that you believe in a higher spirit, not necessarily God, right?
Yeah.
So we were designed by a God that loves us, that cares for us, and he says to cast all your cares on him, for he cares for your soul. He cares for us. So in that case, if he's saying to cast everything on him, that means he doesn't want us to stress. The only way that we stress is when we try to take on the cares of the world, and when we try to deal with things in our own strength and in our own power. That's why he says to cast it on him, because he cares for us. He knows us from the beginning to the end.
So I'm gonna say that and for me, I think it's impossible, right, for humans to be. I think humans by design are flawed, right? That there's no perfect human, there's no perfect being, and that
There
the
was a perfect being, and that being was Adam.
But even didn't he mess up with the apple though? You
did,
can't. So
because
how he
God
perfect?
gave-
He messed up though.
Because God gave him free will.
Which makes us imperfect, because you can do what you want, and you don't always want to be perfect.
He did not become imperfect
Actually, if we being
until
real, his girl got him in there.
after the sin.
His girl did it. Really, it
Well,
was
that's
his
what
woman.
he said. He said, it's the woman you gave me, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would say, because she damn sure ate that apple and gave it to me. I trusted her.
Understood. But the only way sin entered, really, truly, is when Adam took the bite.
So she did it was cool. He did it, that's it. We got to change things up.
When he did it, when she did it, she was able to. He gave Adam rule over all the creation, or everything,
Yeah.
right? He named them,
Okay.
right? He even named Eve. So the sin did not enter until Adam took the bite.
Okay.
All right,
So,
because
let's begin back on topic. With
Yeah,
that
get it
sin,
back on topic.
with that topic, with that sin came in this imperfection, which gave you the opportunity to feel stressed. What I'm saying is that to feel stressed is actually natural, in my opinion. How you deal with the stress, I think, is where religion or spirituality would come into play. I don't think that you're able to bypass being stressed. I think it's a natural reaction to things that are adverse to you.
being stressed is a choice. Because when I hear and I believe God says that when He says that He cares for us and cares for me, I believe that and I trust Him with that. So if He's saying to cast everything on Him or He cares for me, it's my choice whether to remain attached to whatever is stressing me out or to release it and give it to Him.
When you say choice, right? And I'm gonna give an example. So let me just land the plane a little bit, right? When you say choice, if I grow up in a household where the way we communicate with each other is by raising our volume, when I want something from you, I'm like, hey, I need you to go over here and do. I don't say please. I don't say thank you. The style of communication in my household is to be aggressive, authoritative, and almost belittling. That's just the style of communication in my household, correct? That is all I know. I am a fish in water, and the water that I'm in is loud volumes. When I go out and communicate with other children, I'm going to be loud in volume and demanding and belittling when I speak to those people. I've learned this. So this is not. It's not so much the choice. My environment has shaped my concept of how to communicate. Dealing with stress, I feel like if you're around people who manage stress in a stressful way, right? When they get something happens and it throws them off, they're now heightened, they're upset. You learn that, you absorb that as a person into who you are. So I feel like choice comes with knowledge. But you don't have the knowledge to know a different way to deal with it. Are you really making a choice if that's the only way you know?
Having knowledge without understanding is just knowledge. You can know something, but if you don't understand it, it's just knowledge. So that's why the word of God says, don't just get knowledge, but get understanding.
Know something and not know.
I could dig it. I could dig it.
the
Look,
other- the
I'm
other
just
thing-
trying. I'm just trying to say, like,
other
you
thing I
know,
would say
if
is
you
that-
don't know better, if all you know is what you're around, then the choice isn't really yours to make. The people who were supposed to mold you into someone who is capable of finding that information or getting it have failed you. That's not you. That's not you. I don't blame someone who only knows if their nature, and I mean by nature by the environment you grow up in. If their nature is to swim in that type of anger and that type of response to stress, that's in their nature. That's not a right or wrong thing. That's just who they are.
It's still a learned behavior,
I don't disagree with that.
and
It's a learned
it's a
behavior.
behavior that can be altered and changed. The word of God says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. The word of God,
When you say word of God, you're speaking about Christianity, right? Christian faith.
yes, I'm talking about Christian faith.
Okay.
So Romans 12 says, be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. What renews your mind is the word of God.
So someone that doesn't go to the Word of God, who doesn't have access to the Word of God, wouldn't have that guidance. What I'm saying is that if you don't have the guidance, other faiths also have different things about dealing with stress in a similar way. When no faith is telling you to go out here, be stressed out, beat people up, curse people out. That's not typically most if not all will tell you to be a good person by your core values. But if you're not in there, if you're not in that environment, I feel like you could be left hanging. So when you're stressed, for you personally, do you get stressed at all?
Very rarely.
And when you do?
When I do, I pray. I seek God's face. I listen for what He is saying in the moment and what He's saying about the situation.
So you try to
So
release.
it's not just prayer, it's meditating and hearing what He says about the matter. All things are possible when you believe. All things. So if you're stressing out about money, cast it on Him. Say, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills this week or this month.
How much money God give you when you just so you turn the camera off?
It may not be
Nah,
about money.
I'm messing with you, man.
It may be about what you're doing with your money. So it comes knowledge, and you get understanding about, I know I don't have money, but what's my understanding about it? Is my understanding about it that I'm going out here spending on things that I don't need? Yeah.
Nah, I like it. So when you get stressed, you take it to God as a way to release instead of holding it. You know that's not supposed to be in you, so you try to let it go and try to get the lesson out of it. Whatever it is, there's a way to do it. So I have this. I'm a leader. I'm in the leadership team for a business, right? And I have my own business as well. But something I did when I started my own business was I did a lot of research and learning because I like to know. I don't like to just go out and frolic along. I like to have some kind of guideline. I have to experience things on my own, so I have to fail forward. It's just the way I learn. I have to do it, get it wrong until I get it right. And something I learned was that taking responsibility for everything, even if it's not my fault, when it's your business or it's a business you want to be successful in, even if I'm working for somewhere, everything has to be my fault. If it's not my fault, I got to find a way to make it my fault so I can be in control of fixing it or maneuvering the business in a way where it's always good. You know, something, lights ain't on, and someone forgot to turn the lights on, it's like, well, that's me. I need to figure out either the person that's supposed to turn the light off is the wrong person, or I need to set a reminder, or I need to make these lights automated so I can always turn these lights off when I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it always has to be my fault for me to be a good business, not because of blame, right, wrong. It's always about just good business. So when I think about I guess part of that skips over into how I deal with personal matters. Well, I'm always looking at how I can make it better because I like to win too. So I'm always trying to win. But if I'm trying to win all the time, sometimes, you know, some things ain't for me to win. So I learned later that the nature of people is the nurture of people. Some people are just, you know, they're going to do what they do, and it's not about them being right, about them being wrong. Even knowing better, not knowing better, that's not for me to judge. It's not for me to fix. Who they are is who they are. It's my job to maneuver myself around that. If it doesn't work with me, if it's causing stress for me, it's like, oh, well, this is stressful. I don't need to deal with that. And just walking away from that. You know what I mean? Okay. Which makes me a cool dude. I feel like a cool dude. I don't know. Appreciate your answer though, man. I also like the rapping name. Blue, like the color. That's my brother Ray.
No, your name.
That's my name. Is Blue.
Name Blue?
That's my name, Blue. His name Ray.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blue, if you're doing interactions, he might have needed a mic.
Okay, my bad, Brody. My bad. I need to do better next time. Yo, next time, don't wait till I'm done and tell me to get the microphone. I got it in my pocket. I could have given the mic. Nah, yo, you spitting, bro. Hey, is it okay if I interview your barber right quick? Oh, for sure. Let's make sure I want to bother you. Hey, straight.
You want to interview him, man?
First off, y'all gonna stop antagonizing me for asking questions. That's the second fucking time today I done been
You got something
antagonized.
against him?
Put it on,
I don't know,
clip
to
it
escape
on,
off.
clip
He a
it on
big
your-
man, man. I don't know if you want.
You threatening me with your client?
Yeah.
You fucking,
Yeah.
How you going? How you just gonna threaten me? And you gonna let him do it? You
Nah,
yeah,
bro.
I am
Nah,
pretty
bro.
big
This
when
is
the cake come out.
this a double up too, cause he from the 610 too, bro.
Nah,
Like,
nah. Y'all, first off, y'all not friends. All right?
Nah, bro,
First
we
off,
in.
y'all not friends. You don't even know this, man.
nah, we out here.
And we out here. Now it's we. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we out here.
All right, so I'm gonna ask both of y'all since y'all a team. I'm gonna do a double interview. What's up? This is Blue. I'm here with my man Scrapes and his brother from the 617,
610.
610. I apologize.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let
I
him know. Let him
apologize,
know.
man.
Let him know.
610. Gang life over here. I don't even know what that is. What is that? Philadelphia? Is Crenshaw? What is that? All right, so look, question today is best ways to deal with stress. So my first question is, have y'all ever been stressed before? I'm gonna put the mic for you because you got a microphone. First off, y'all been stressed before?
Of course, man.
Of course. All right, and when you are stressed, what's your way of dealing with stress?
Well, there's many ways of dealing with stress.
Nah, for you though.
For me, I gotta echo my brother to my right. Cast all your cares on the Lord because He cares for you. The Bible also says, "In this world you have trouble, but be of good cheer. For I've overcome the world." So you can always rely on the Lord Jesus Christ.
So religion is your way of dealing with your stress.
Definitely. not religion, but relationship. Being filled with the Holy Ghost, repenting of the sins, baptized in His name. We got to point always back to Christ. He is the Lord and the strength of my life. Amen. So
They have a church here today. I didn't know Friday was gonna be a church. Look, you know it's church when you hear the guy in the background. Come on, Lord. Yes, Lord. I'm like, yo, you know what I mean? We 2 steps away. I'm about to skip down the aisle, man. Get all this. I'm talking about. All right, Scrapes. Now you got to follow up Jesus Christ. What you about to do, bro? What you do when you stressed out, Scrapes?
Try to get closer to him, man.
Nah.
You ain't let me finish.
You lie.
You ain't let
I'm
me
not
finish.
gonna
You ain't let me
lie.
finish though. You ain't let me finish though.
When the last time you prayed?
I ain't talking about prayer, bro. I ain't talking about prayer. I used to get stressed out, go jump out of a plane. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
just alleviate some stress.
Okay.
Get up there for the world going, but I go up there and get closer to him. You know what I'm saying?
See, that's what he was doing. He didn't even realize when he was going in his plane to jump out, because he actually does, what is it called? I can't
Skydive?
think. Skydiving. I'm going to say long dive, high dive, I forgot what it's called. I didn't want to sound stupid, so I was just squinting my eyes and like, yeah, you know the word. I know the word. I just don't got it right now. Yeah, but he's skydive, so he's a skydive. He's not just jumping out of planes for real. He really do skydive. But he didn't even realize when you were going up there, you was getting closer to it. That's why he was feeling better.
Yeah.
He was taking it off you. Actually, I also feel like adrenaline is a hell of a drug, and if you're jumping out of planes,
Just gonna walk right through, man.
man, there's so many levels, you know what I mean? There's just levels to the barbershop that we don't really know, you know what I'm saying? And these would be the times where I pray to God, you know what I mean? These would be the times right here, I'm like, Jesus, give me the strength. And I'll bust Phil in the back of his head for walking through my camera shot. Don't look back here, bro, we got beef. I think Phil live in a different universe. Like, we just see a shadow of what Phil actually is. Like, Phil's actually not of this world, you know what I mean? And we just see his projection of the thoughts. Nah. We see his sleep thoughts. Like, the version of Phil we get is when he's sleeping in the other universe. That's what we see. See, look at this. Crazy, man. All right, Scrape, so your junk is skydiving.
Yeah.
How does that feel like? What does that feel like for you when you go up sky? You mad? You go up skydiving? You specifically go skydiving to relieve the stress?
Sometimes, yeah.
How does that do that
Because
for
of
you?
stress, fun. I mean, up there, first off, you gotta think about your life. You know what I mean? Make sure everything go right. So, but then after your shoot open, you sit there taking the scenery. I mean, see wherever you're at, you see things. It's just beautiful in the air. And it
There's-
takes your mind off of everything on the ground, and at that moment, you just free as can be.
There was this motivational like montage I listened to when I box, right? Normally when I'm getting back into it, I play this video. It's like 12 minutes, and it's like a montage of all these different clips from different motivational speeches, movie scenes, and stuff like that. And one guy said that the best way that he remembers to live is to remember that he's gonna die. He wakes up in the morning, before he leaves the house, he looks in the mirror and he says, today was gonna be my last day, would I still go out and do the things that I'm gonna do today? Like he lives his day, every day, like it was his last 24 hours.
So he ain't got no job, because I ain't working my last day.
Yeah, he's like, going to work.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
like, I mean, I don't know what he does. Maybe he loves what he do, so it don't feel like
Nah,
work. But
I love
he
cutting
said his
hair.
last-
But if I knew I was gonna die tonight, I'm not.
he said
Y'all
his
just gonna
last,
be running around
I think
ugly.
it's more so about the relevancy, right? Like, if it's your last day, if I like the analogy, I don't like onions. I actually despise onions. I don't like them on food and stuff like that. But it would ruin my meal if I ordered something with no onions. They gave me the meal with onions in it. And I'm like, would I be so mad that I'm out there? I'm like, God, man, it's stupid onions. I walk outside and that's it. The last thing on my mind was how much I hate onions. I don't think onions being in my meal would matter as much if I knew it was the last meal I have. I would just pluck them out, go about my business, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the last one I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? It would not bother me to pluck the onions out of a meal if it was the last one I was going to get. So I like that methodology to the relevance of things. Because in that moment, when you're in the emotion or in the moment of something stressing you out, it's such a big deal. And then on your outside of it, it's such a small instance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's such a small instance. Especially like with me, I would say another example was my custody battle. Like that situation was horrific, right? When I was in it, I was like, I can't believe she's man. Every week I came in this joint was a new way, a new storyline to give people. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
Well, both of our answers gonna be talking to Red. You know what I mean?
Oh no!
Because now I get stressed out.
Actually, me and Red
holler
used
at
to
my man
go
Red.
through. I actually laughed and powwow out. I remember there was a time when we'd be in that joint trying to dodge the bullet together. I think I talk in general. I like talking to Red for sure, but I ain't talking in general. I think when
talk to you too.
Words have power, and when I can get the right words together, it gives me this. It gives me the understanding of the situation, right? The mantra. I get into the moment. I'm like, you know what? This ain't. If this is my last day, I wouldn't want to be doing this. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? In this right now, it's big. Let me get out of it and see if it's still big. You know what I mean?
I think stressing is fine, but one thing I learned from y'all is like stressing's okay. You allowed to stress about certain things because stressing helps you find a resolution to whatever you're stressing about. But when you dwell on something, I think that's when it becomes a problem. You know what I mean?
When
like
you
if
stay
sit
in
there,
it.
like I can't sleep because this is going on.
Oof.
You know what I mean? I can't eat. I don't feel like eating. You know what I mean? Where you get so sick you won't even eat because you're stressing about something. I think that's when the problem comes into play. You know what I mean?
Nah, I
like
can
stressing
dig it.
and dwelling on something that's two different things. Like you can have like healthy stress because healthy stress can help you become better. You know
Well,
what
that's
I
how
mean?
you grow.
Right.
If you stay comfortable, you
Right.
don't grow.
But when you dwell on something, most of the time dwelling ain't nothing but negative thoughts in the first place anyways.
When I was talking
You know
to
what I
Red
mean?
about the topic on the way here, I was like that, a stressful situation can corrode you. And I use the word corrode because I think that it is a corrosion.
Yeah.
It can destroy pieces of you. And that if you don't have the right support in place, be it people you can talk to, people that are emotionally supporting you, people that are physically supporting you, whatever it is, you don't have the right support to hold up your core value of who you are, like the goodness that's you can lose all of that over the course of stressing over something. You know what I mean? And you come out, when it corrodes you, gotta come out a new person. And a new person could be a shell of who you were, or it could be a better version of who you are. But you gotta have the right support in place. For these guys, it's praying to God. For you, it's going up in the sky. For me, it's talking to people. We all got different ways to deal with it, but I think that like a big part to it is acknowledging the fact that you're stressed, right? You gotta know when you're there. And then you gotta know if you ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I stressed that I'm good, or am I stressed that I'm not right? Because if I'm not right, I gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard to do. I don't think that's an easy thing to do. I think that takes a lot of like self-awareness. And it took a lot of years for me to get to the point where I could be like, you know what, I am mad. And then for me to acknowledge when I was messing up. Like, I get angry, I'll get bothered, and I'll make a decision in that moment that's reflective of the traumas I've gone through. Like, it has nothing to do. I'm trying to impose something, but I'm really just doing what I learned from watching other people do it. And then I do it, and it takes somebody that I care about to be like, hey, you're doing everything you try to avoid, you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be better. You're supposed to be better than this. Go make that right. And it took me a long time to be able to go make it right. Like, one time I was beefing with
Yeah, I'm still not even there with certain situations.
we had a friend.
Like-
We was living together. We had a friend that lived with us. Me, Red, and homegirl. We was all there. I got the beefing with her. I ain't talked to her for like a year and a half. Living in the same house. They said a word to her. It took that long for me to get unmad. I wasn't even mad about the situation anymore. I couldn't.
I'm stubborn.
Nah, it's hard for me to come down from that shit. I'd be angry. I'd be like, yeah, nah, I just hate you forever. I was trying not to hate homie, but I ain't talked to her for like a year. Then I was just like, hey, now we locked in, but it took about a year. You know what I mean? Good little 12 months. You know what I'm saying? To come down. But I like this. So what say now? Would you say you deal with stress better now that you have people you can talk to?
Yeah, but I'm probably still not where I need to be at.
Well, we all work
Like
in progress, bro.
I'm still learning, still hot head a little bit.
Do you think does cutting hair make you calm?
It does.
I love boxing. When I get-
Depending on the client.
When I get tight, I go box, and it's not about beating somebody up. Like you can't box mad. You can't play boxing. You know what I mean? When you go in there and box, you really got to be on your P's and Q's. You go in that joint
Ain't
lacking.
no fake fighting, bro. I don't horseplay.
Yeah, I love boxing. I love boxing because it's the most manly thing I think in the world is combat sports. When you go in there, you do combat sports. You got to go in there. It's like you got to impose your will on somebody who's trying to impose their will. It's like, it really is like life, right? It's like they're trying to get you and maneuver you somewhere, and you trying to get them, maneuver them somewhere, and you got all these tactics and skills that you got to tap into, all your experiences you got to tap into to make the best decision in that particular moment, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you get better, and then that person get better. So next time you go in there, that same move don't work no more. Now you got to find a new way to do it, you know what I'm saying? It's mad fun. I love combat. For me, combat sports was a good way to center myself when I get stressed out. We'll punch something in the face, hit a bag, hit the mitts, be slow, try to get better. Those things I like to do it. Anyway, get his microphone back,
Yeah,
man. Go
man.
behind
Once I
somebody
get
else.
situated, man, I need to start training, man.
I don't know why you don't box with me now. You keep saying that you can box right now.
At the gym, man.
Every day.
Try to wake up early and go.
I get up at 5:30 now, so we'll be on the way back. When I drop her off at school, on the way back, if you want to meet up, we can go to the gym.
Takeaway?
Oh, yeah. So one thing about Scrapes and I is that we got a very similar mindset. Like our pathways is the same. So like things that bother him normally bother me too. So I'll be laughing a lot of the time because I done gone, not gonna say I've gone through it. I found ways to avoid getting trapped in those feelings. So I love talking to him because every time he talk about stuff, it reminds me of like, man, it's like memory lane. You know what I'm saying? It's like finding your old baseball glove. Be like, man, I used to throw fastball with this. You're like, yo, that's just great. But I understand where he's coming from, and I do think that for me, it's not so much the skydiving. I think when I hear him say that, it's about pulling yourself out of it, out of the moment, like pulling yourself out of the situation and having that alone time. Because I do need time to myself, and a lot of the time I bounce things off of people, but I need time to, even in my conversations with Red or Green or whoever else is in my corner, I need time to process and absorb it, right? I got to make a new version of myself. So when I'm downloading that new program, you know, when I'm boxing, I think it's a good way for me because I process. I'm always thinking about it. I'm always walking through it, and I'm running through the scenarios. And when I'm in that boxing mentality, it takes me out for a moment because you can't be thinking about what happened 12 hours ago or last week. Now I'm thinking about right now, how do I make this situation better? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I keep my hands up? How to get this jab off? So I love that because it makes me an opportunity to take a pause on the stress and get to something that really benefits me. And that endorphin release is always great too, you know what I mean? So. YouTube.com/Blue51. YouTube.com, and then you put Blue51. All letters. BLUEFIVEONE. One word. Thank you, brother. All right, Phil, you can clip this on your shirt. Trying to get no egg whites on my microphone, please.
I ain't no egg whites.
How you been?
I hanging in
How your
there.
day been, bro?
Actually, pretty good.
How life been?
All right.
They treating you right in here?
Lately, there.
They treating you right in here?
Lately.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you out stylistically. I'm gonna help you out because you want to be the dude that look right. So we gonna put it over here. So we cry. You know what I'm saying? There we go. You know what I'm saying? So like, we see you blinged out today. You know what I'm saying? You got about $1 million worth of jewelry on you. See what I'm saying? Like, when's the mixtape dropping?
10% of that.
When's the mixtape dropping? When we dropping the mixtape? Go
already
ahead, walk
dropped,
through.
man.
Don't worry about it.
Mixtape already dropped.
Already dropping. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
What's the name of the album?
Big Field of Great.
Big Field of Great, yeah. You know what I'm saying? How long has it been taking you to put this together? Man, shut up, man. How you?
Just
what you
one
do when
night.
you get stressed?
Just one night.
What do you do when you get stressed, man? That's the whole point of today. Is the best ways to deal with stress. Hey, do you get stressed at all?
Hell yeah.
I want you to know that I don't think you get stressed.
Man, that's how you handle it.
Is how you handle it? You just handle it by stressing everybody else out?
Nope. Nope.
When was the last time you were stressed? Shut up, man.
Last night,
Last night, and how'd you deal with being stressed?
I just handled it myself. Just took the responsibility on myself that somebody else supposed to do, and they stressed me out, something I asked them to do. The kids, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like, instead of stressing about it, going on them, I just did it.
You just did it yourself.
Just to relieve my stress, instead of fussing at them, saying the same thing over. I just handled it. That calmed me down.
Is that typically how you do things? When you're stressed, you just go do it yourself?
If I can do it, if I'm able to take care of it, I would.
Do you think you handle stress well?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Pretty much you just deal with yourself. That's how you deal with it?
Yeah.
Why they picking on your answer? We ain't do this to nobody else. They heckling. How you gonna heckle the interview? This barbershop is trash.
Yeah.
We're trying to bond over
But see,
stress.
when I'm talking to somebody, I tone out. So I didn't even hear it.
I want you to know this. I feel like you tune out everything all the time. Like I be
Easily.
You be tuned.
Easily.
Yeah.
It's a learned requirement. You have to learn
it
how to do
actually
that.
irritates me. It stresses me out because you be tuning anything out. It be Phil's world. I wish I could be like you. I don't think you.
Actually, I learned it from a friend of mine. I learned it from a friend.
Oh no, he stresses me out on a regular basis. I learned to appreciate the fact that he a weird dude.
Weird to you, but cool with me.
Nah, it's weird, but it's like in essence, you're a good dude. So the weirdness is not like a weird,
Right,
disrespectful,
right,
weird
right,
in opposition. It's weird, but I can ha about
right,
it. You know what I'm saying?
it just
If you
me.
was weird, but you was like touching my shoulder all the time, see now, you know what I mean? It's a different kind of weird. You're
Yeah.
not weird. You weird, not weird like
Like a
what's
weirdo.
going on. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So we good. But if we get,
All right.
if you ever get to the dark side, I'll let you know. You know what I'm saying? But you good, Brody. You good. All right, brother. So when you get stressed out, you said. So what advice would you give yourself, or not give your sons, about being stressed? What advice would you give your sons? 'Cause I feel like you dealing with it yourself seems really simple, and I don't really know how that's a lesson, right? Because everything that stresses you, you can do yourself. Like if your boss is stressing you at work every day, you can't go deal with your boss
I got
yourself.
something my uncle told me a long time ago, and it actually works. Whatever something seems hard or stressful, make it look easy, and it probably will be. Just make it look easy, even though it's not. The stress level goes down, and you through it. You conquered it, and it's over. Just make it look easy, even if it's not. And then next you know, it was. It's kind of wild, but if you do it, it actually applies.
I ain't gonna hold you, man. That was some good advice. I gotta give more faith to you, bro. I be coming to you and I be like, here we go, and it don't be bad. It ain't been bad yet. I don't think I had a bad one, maybe once. But you be crushing it, man. I can't hold you, man.
Yeah.
I think take whatever it is that's stressing you and make it look easy.
That's it.
That's dope, man. Give me my damn microphone back, man. I like that. I'm still in that, man. That's going home with me. Hey, you heard it right here, man. Big dog. So I don't give Phil enough respect, bro. He be saying stuff, and I be like, here we go, right? It's gonna be the comedic corner of the show or whatever. But I ain't gonna hold you. The fact he blocked out all the bullshit from the heckling, and then he was like, when it stressed you, taking them again. I do that a lot when I'm trying to get better at something. I think it's similar to the fail forward type of mindset, where you take something and you're okay. You commit yourself to failing. You commit yourself to being bad. You commit yourself to not being good the first time, the second time, the third time. Commit yourself to the process of getting good at it. You know what I mean? Or the process of like, if it's stressful, it's like, yo, do it. And then as you go through it, you're gonna realize it's not that big. It's kind of like what I was telling Scrapes, when you're in it, it's always bigger when you're in it. But if you get through it, you look back at it, it's never that big. You know what I mean? So I like that. I actually do it, make it look easy. It's a cool mindset, cool idea. Brody, I'm gonna ask Will first.
No. What you gonna ask?
Will, first and foremost, I'm gonna give you the microphone because you're gonna be on the pod today. Nah, you holding the fucking microphone, bro.
Because I gotta get
Because you gotta get ready to go. Stop whining, bro. You gonna be on the mic today,
That's what
bro.
I do. No.
Will, I'll grab your ankle, boy. You stop playing around. Will, I was playing. Will,
I ain't
what
been
stresses you out, bro? What stresses you out? Not what stresses you out. What do you do when you stressed out?
I medicate myself heavily.
You can't be out here with drug violence. Well, when you get stressed, you medicate yourself heavily. How bad is the stress? Like you get like.
I get more like anxiety, like, cause I do events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, just trying to make sure everything is in its spot prior to, like, that kind of stuff stresses me out.
What's some advice you give yourself about dealing with stress?
Sometimes you gotta take a step back and breathe. I don't know. Medicate yourself.
Medicate yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's how we getting past it.
Well, you gotta get the hell off the show.
Medical.
Do not
Exactly.
medicate yourself. Well, we gotta get you like a chessboard or a puppy. We gotta do something, man. You can't be out here. Medication's not the answer, man. Don't worry, man. We got you, Will. Will, I got you. Woo! Will said, I take the meds. Hey, listen, I'm never gonna review that. We gonna sweep that part of the show under the rug. Is it okay if I ask your barber a couple questions? Can you clip this on your neck? Clip it to your neck.
Why I gotta be all fuzzy though?
So when you make P's or T's or whatever, it doesn't pop. It's a pop filter.
Oh, that's what that do?
That's what they do.
So it basically catches spit.
I gotta give him a sound engineer lesson to get him to do the one thing I asked him to do. He know I do the podcast. You know I do the podcast. The whole damn barbershop know. But today is special.
So it catches spit is what you're saying.
No, it makes it so it doesn't peak, right? The sounds don't peak. It buffers the sound.
How's
For
that?
certain
How's that
things.
right there?
I don't know. I can't hear you.
How's that right there?
Is his audio okay, right? Is his audio okay? Talk something.
Yeah. What's up, man? Peter
So
Piper picked a pepper.
I legit hate you for putting it in your pocket, but you still my boy.
Why I
First
can't
and
put it in the
foremost-
pocket?
First and
I
foremost,
wanna be
first
all-
and foremost, what's up, Sean? What's good, Sean?
I don't like the way you
What's
did.
good, Brody?
What's up? Peace, bro.
Hey, that's what's up, man. You having a good day? You
yeah.
living life? You barbering in the barbershop?
yeah.
That's what's up. Today's podcast
That's
topic
correct.
is best ways to deal with stress. The reason I brought it up is because I myself have gone through a lot of stressful times.
Yeah.
And I've gotten through in the best possible way. I'm actually really happy about it. So my way of getting through it was support. I had a lot of support, and one of the biggest supports that I had was the barbershop. So I was like, you know what? With them being so good at helping me deal with my stressful moments, I wanted to take the opportunity to pay homage to my stress stress teachers. Y'all help me, my stress relievers. Y'all been out here helping me stay on top for the last 14 years of my life. So
You're punching bag.
with that being said, how do you deal with stress?
I think you hit it on the nail, man. Working out. And whether that's boxing, whether that's whatever, you got to get that negative energy out and use that negative energy and turn it into positive. So you might feel anxiety, you might feel angry or anger. You know, you take that energy and you use it to work out. And when you do that, you're turning that negative fuel into something positive.
Yep.
And so that's one. Two, doing something constructive, building something. We know constructive artwork, working with your hands, cutting. If you are a contractor or you a carpenter, you know, you actively build something that keeps your mind off of it. That helps too. And finding a good team or a couple people to talk to is always a plus. But if you don't find, or you don't find anybody comfortable that you want to talk to about it, man, the gym and finding something to build or work on. Could be working on the car, you know, whatever. Anything that's building, working with your hands. That'll help
Seeing
out.
being like getting the stress out physically, like maneuvering out. I think that the endorphin release is a good balance. When you're stressed out, just having that, like, when you work out, you get that endorphin release. You know what I'm saying? Like it triggers that same chemical reaction of like a good feel. So like it's nice to have that, especially depending on what type of stress. 'Cause I think types of stress, we've never talked about that in the other interviews, but types of stress. You know what I mean? Because there's relationship stress, there's emotional stress, there's physical stress. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's different depending on where you're at in your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a relationship, a bad relationship can mess you up.
For sure.
You know what I mean? I used the word corrode when I was talking to the guys because I think that like the wrong situation or a stressful situation, unchecked, will change who you are. You know what I mean? And that's when the support comes in, and it's more important to have that support because it does change you. There's no way around it, right? You can't stop it. Stress will change you if you don't handle it appropriately or manage it appropriately. That's why I was like, you know, it's an important skill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's also something we don't give enough respect to. We don't give enough respect. Doom, you might as well come over here, Doomis. Come on over here, bro. Trying to wrap up the pod anyway. I can go to DC. What's up, Doomis? You all good, bro? You all right?
What's up, Blue?
And
How
you know
you
it's a
doing?
good day to have a good day, Doomis. The question
Thank you.
topic today is best ways to deal with stress, Doomis. And I want to know, first off, do you get stressed?
Exercise.
Exercise?
Yeah, that's probably number one.
So you don't get stressed.
I do get stressed.
Don't you hit me? I'm joking. Don't you hit me? I'm joking. Don't hit
Yo,
me.
but exercise, I think, is probably the best way.
What-
Other ways is mindset. So if your mind is strong, you can work through stress.
No, I don't think that. I hate that idea because I feel like men in general don't really acknowledge the fact that they be stressed the hell out because you want to feel like it's not. Like, my daughter stressed me out the other day, right? She 12. The baby did not stress me out, but she did. For that particular, it was triggering. It was all these, you know, it's like if I had to psychoanalyze myself, it was more of a trigger than anything else. But still, even with that, I was stressed, and it was created by a 12-year-old kid. That's not very manly, it's not very masculine, but I had to pay attention to it, I have to acknowledge it, I have to be honest and vulnerable with the fact that I was stressed, I was upset, that I didn't make the best decisions in the moment I was stressed. I had to apologize and do the repairs for that, right? So that I wouldn't do it again, she wouldn't do it again, and we had an understanding of what that moment was, you know what I'm saying? But that's because I'm a good dad. But I mean, like, the bigger thing was, I think that men in general, we just have this idea you have to get through it. You got to work through it. And I don't think sometimes you got to work through it. Sometimes you got to know when to leave that shit alone. Some stress ain't for you. Some stress is self-induced.
So he just acknowledged what he said he wouldn't acknowledge. He said men don't acknowledge that they were stressed. He just explained to me a whole situation with his daughter that he was stressed, and it was a very good explanation. So you know what I'm saying? Like, he
But I think
acknowledged what he said he
it
wouldn't
took a long
acknowledge.
time to get there.
But
And I
you
think-
acknowledged it.
And I think
right?
a lot of
on
men
camera,
don't.
On camera.
I think a lot of
So
men
no
don't, though.
dispute, No dispute.
But a lot of men
that's
don't.
true.
A lot of men don't, though.
That's
Doomis.
true. I agree
I'm
with
special.
that.
You know what I'm saying? The guys, you know what I'm saying? My peoples, my tribe is exceptional. So, of course, be
Yes,
acknowledged.
yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and,
When my
the
tribe's
and the
accepted.
first step is acknowledgement, and the next step is mindset. But you got to have mindset to acknowledge it.
Okay, I like
and
that.
you have both.
I like that. I can do that. Nah, mindset, you're right. It is. You gotta have the mindset to acknowledge it and go, yo, Doom is in, yo, Doom is out. He just come in, drop a nugget, leave. You know what someone told me, and that has nothing to do with the podcast and messed my head up though? They said boneless wings is just fried chicken nuggets. And I died. I didn't think.
Help me to understand how that. No.
Bro, because I was saying he's gonna be here dropping nuggets, and I was like, oh yeah,
Nuggets. Got it.
fried chicken nuggets.
Got it,
That
got
because
it.
now it just tickles me every time I see boneless wings. I just laugh. I'm like, we see you with your fried chicken nuggets. Yo, that's the funniest thing in the world to me because I love boneless wings. I only get my hands dirty, and then it was like she was like, that's just fried chicken nuggets, and I lost it. I can't get over it. Fried chicken nuggets is great. Anyway, so would you say that in all the time you know me, right? Do I get stressed easily?
Nah, but your button, your go button, is a hairpin trigger.
That's hairpin, but I think it's hairpin in the sense of when I decide to activate it.
Meaning it's
a-
easily you can. Easily,
I don't think you've only seen me pop off once. You've never seen me lose it. I've been stressed, yeah, but I've never lost it. I've never gone. You've never seen me go.
I don't think anybody in here was really pushing the line for you to
Only once.
pull that.
I don't take if it was hair.
And that
tra-
wa- and wa-
if
and
it
that-
was
and-
hairpin, if
and
it was
that-
hairpin, it wouldn't take much to push it though.
And that wasn't even that much. That wasn't even that serious.
To you,
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
To
See
you.
What I'm saying?
to you. Even in that moment, I'm not regretful to the popping off. I'm more regretful to the venue in which I chose to do it. I wish I had done the entire popping off outside. I wish at no point
And it
did I
was
pop
him,
up there.
man. You know who that was, man. Like
Nah,
he wasn't about to bust
but
his, right?
but just like puppies gotta get bit to learn the rules, right?
Yeah, but not bit like
Nah, you
like an
can't-
adult bite.
Listen,
They get hyped.
so we
They-
ain't got to
yeah,
speak
well,
around you. There was a situation where another grown man, and me as a grown man, were having a conversation where the grown man was speaking to me like a child, and I decided to check the behavior by meeting him halfway, which was out of pocket for me because I don't typically meet people halfway, especially when I'm podding. But on the pod, the whole like the demographic was like, "Yo, what happened last week?" Like it was in the comments, like, "Wait a minute, I want to see what happened," because I just stopped the video, boop, turn the video off, and we was ready to go, and nothing happened. It didn't go anywhere. But just my personality in here, I'm not someone who's confrontational. I'm not typically escalating situations and stuff like that. So for me, it took me out of character, and I was not cool with that. But I don't regret making my line in the dirt with the situation, you know what I'm saying? So that's what he means. And who it wasn't somebody that they feel like I should have made a line, but I'm like, even puppies gotta get bit, bro. Like you can, there's a such thing as playing too fucking much. You know what I mean? And that was a little too much playing for me, so.
Hey man, check this out. You a whole human, right?
Yeah.
You know, in the animal kingdom, when a lion comes across a pride of lions,
Yeah,
and those cubs that are not that lion's cubs,
yeah,
he kills and maybe even eats those cubs.
okay.
Did that plan just land?
No, not at all. The plane didn't land at all for me. I thought we were going somewhere else.
You did. Never mind.
I'm lost.
So you gonna eat cubs, even though puppies need to be bitten, cubs need to be eaten.
That's
Animal
fine.
kingdom.
That's one style of animal. They don't typically do it with all styles of animals. That's that one style of animal. Lions do that. That's not prevalent. That's not prevalent for all animals. And I also feel like
Yeah, it is. Zebras be hoofing the stuff. Yeah, they be killing kids too.
first off,
Apes. Oh
First
yeah,
off-
oh yeah.
first apes too.
What?
Apes kill the other apes' babies if they take over. If they get your girl.
Man, they are not rocking with it.
I've never heard of that.
All right, look
Apes
it up.
kill the babies.
Look it up.
I'ma look, cause you wildin'. They out here killing everybody.
All right.
Out here killing everybody. Animals
Look it
just out
up.
here killing other people's babies.
So you comparing yourself to puppies need to be bit. You
I'm
comparing
saying-
yourself to the animal kingdom, and what I'm saying is
Why would I take it?
The dominant male is taken over and a non-dominant male has mated with one of the dominant male mates.
Yeah.
They'll whack the kids.
they gotta go.
That makes sense, right? Ain't no kids in this scenario, so I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what plan he lying.
Puppies, man.
But I'm saying-
puppies
what I-
need to be bit. right?
No, I'm
and you're
saying
saying
that-
that puppies need to be bit because it's an animal thing, right? You're
What I'm
comparing-
saying is that you have to make social boundaries. Let's take the puppies out. Social boundaries exist all the time, even with you and I. Without me and you talking about, hey man, I'll fight you over X, Y, Z. You have made it clear verbally where some of your lines exist. Where if I socially step over some of those lines, there is maybe you won't pop off and put hands on me, but there is a chance that violence will ensue if I go over a certain boundary, a certain line. Some people are unfamiliar with those
Did
lines.
he take your phone and bust it?
Nah, but there was certain boundaries that needed to be made, and I made the line hard. I didn't put hands on anybody either. I just met halfway. When the line was drawn, I made sure I put my line down. This is where my line at. And I felt like the way I did that was inappropriate for the shot, but it wasn't inappropriate for the situation.
I ain't gonna argue.
Somebody was talking about breaking my things, and I was letting it slide, and then finally I was like, break it then. And now we here. Now we in a situation where I'm looking for the problem. I'm trying to make it happen. And they was like, yo, chill. And I'm like, nah, he done talked about it the whole time. No one chilled him out. Now I'm like, go ahead and break it. They like, chill, Blue. Now it's too late for chill. Now we had problems. And I felt bad because that's not the way I carry myself. But social boundaries just come with being a man. Every man comes with the threat of violence. There's no man that you interact with where the idea of violence with that man doesn't pass through your mind. It's just how we interact with each other. That's just normal. That's our nature, human nature. Men come with it. That's why a woman going out by herself with a group of girls is not as threatening or imposing as them going out with a group of men or one man. If you go with one man and that one man is a scrawny, physically not imposing man, we think, oh, he's the punk. Those women are still available. Whether you think that, whether you consciously think it or not, subconsciously you're like, oh, that's who they're out here with. He's not very protective. He's not someone very imposing. He's not someone very threatening. It just comes with it. And what I was saying was, I was just making sure we were in a situation we had to lock horns for a second. Nothing happened, but I felt like that was a situation where I needed to put horns on. And you're saying I should eat kids and kill babies, and I'm not with that. I love children. I love children.
What about that man that you was about to threaten? He had kids. I think he had like 4 of them.
And he had to make better choices, better decisions.
So you was about to make him not go home for the night.
He gotta make better choices. He gotta make better choices. I gotta see what's happening over here. I'll be back because he looks stressed. Hold on. We talk about stress right now, and apparently, huh? Oh, Sean, get that mic, Sean.
No, that's my mic.
It's what these niggas do. These niggas think first of all, these microphones ain't cheap. Secondly, give me my fucking microphone. Before I draw a line.
I'll break this mic.
Before I draw a line.
Break this mic.
That's where we at?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Eat the cup.
Hold on.
Eat the cup. Eat the cup. One more step. And the mic gets it.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Kev and Sean are the ones that gave me the most shit. Everybody behaved themselves with the microphone, but Sean. Honestly, I love the scenario. I love the conversation. Sean always gives us good advice, you know what I mean? I think he completely understands where I'm coming from when I was dealing with stress, because Sean was a big person I leaned into when I was talking and working through things. And I think there's just like essential, I would say essentially like what Dumas was saying, the mindset of Sean is one where I feel like he works through his problems a little differently than most guys do, because he can acknowledge where he's at and take emotional inventory or like mental inventory of where he is and kind of maneuver in that way, you know what I mean? And I think that's a skill that not a lot of people have, but that guy has for sure. Dumas, what you yelling about before I get off the pod? Before I get off this pod, what we yelling about, Dumas? What we yelling about?
Okay,
What Phil done did?
I was yelling.
Phil did it?
Because
I know, you
Phil-
seem stressed.
I was yelling because Phil was ridiculing Kathy for something he does all the time.
He was ridiculing Kathy.
He was.
So Phil trying to get jumped.
He was trying to
Phil trying to get jumped.
blasted over there, ridiculing her.
Phil trying to get curb stomped in his mouth.
Yeah.
That's
He
what it
was
sound
good.
like.
Yeah, man.
That's what it sound. Phil?
I was like, Phil, you
Oh,
do
now he
all
don't
the
hear
time.
nobody. Phil?
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mr.
that's what he was doing.
You know what I'm saying? That's cool, Phil. Don't be stressing Dumas out over stressing Kathy out. Cause we don't play that, Phil. Go Kathy famous. You just a character in here.
Clown don't play that.
Yeah, you take your glasses off. You can't see without them anyway. Anyway, all right. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for watching the show. It's your boy Blue 51. I'll catch you guys next Friday. Peace.
How do you deal with stress?